Okay, so in phase 2 we will start it in a different way. Let me just, can you see this? Okay, let me just start this. In phase 2 we will do it in a different way. There will be shorter videos. We will go outside as we have mentioned, and we will take some surveys, we will take some interviews, and we will show those things with you, and you are free to ask your questions. So a few things I wanted to talk about. If I talk about incubation, suppose you want to be an entrepreneur, we want to have an incubation center where new entrepreneurs can thrive. They can come up with their ideas, they can get some mentorship, they can discuss their business models, they can discuss the pros and cons of that business model. So all these things you can do. So two things we will talk about: business model and business strategy. Sometimes people are mixing these things. They are mentioning business model, but they are actually meaning business strategy. Sometimes they are mentioning business strategy, but they are actually meaning, this business model. But these two things are different. Business model we will talk about today. Business strategy, when we talk about strategy, it is also including the competition thing, right? So what is business model? How you are going to make money? If you don't know anything, at least you can start with this. You can ask few questions. One question will be, what is the company? What is the company? And what is the company? By this I mean you have a strong mission statement, you have a strong vision for the company, and that is not a shallow vision or something you don't understand, something you don't mean. It is not like that. When you mean, that is your mission statement, that is your mission statement, and you are following that. So you know what is your company about. That one thing. Then the second thing can be, who are you giving the money to? The management. So what is the company. You are very confident about that, especially when you are an entrepreneur. You know what you are doing, because you are trying to solve a problem, you are catering to a need, you have figured out the needs, wants and demands, and then you are giving your offering, and how you are giving your offering, all these things. You have very much clarity. But sometimes you just start your business with how you are going to generate cash flow and revenue, and then you look at the environment, you face those challenges, and then you keep tweaking, you keep tweaking stuff. How you can improve the business, how you can improve the processes, how you can improve the personal management or human resources, how you can do all those things, and then you can look at the financial aspects and how employees are contributing to the overall business, then your customers are contributing to the overall business. So all those things, as we have already talked about. The money, the management, when you are looking at the management, who are you giving the money to? That is your management. So you are looking at your management, you are looking at your line and staff organization, how you have done the staffing and all this stuff, how you have created your management hierarchy, and how people are being delegated. You are delegating those tasks to different kinds of management, different types of management. Suppose, as I have mentioned, one type of management is doing this, supervision and all the other stuff. One type of management is doing this. Then how you are doing your training, how you are designing your training modules, how you are training them, how you are grooming them to do their job. Sometimes, like matrix organization and other organizations, as we have already mentioned, sometimes we are mixing all these things. We are switching resources, we are making use of the resources, or utilizing the resources in different ways, from one department, from another department. But management, broadly I am talking about management. You need to get it done. So you need some managers, you need some management, and how you are going to look at the management, and you are giving the money, because that should be responsible and accountable, and they will run the company, right? And how does it work? How does it work? How does it work means it can be your operations, your processes, your operations, and also the user experience. also the user experience. The fourth question you can ask is marketplace. What is the marketplace? I am giving an offering. Where should I give the offering? Your marketplace. You have very good understanding of the marketplace. That is also a part you do, a big thing you do in your research. You have understanding of the marketplace. You do your surveys. You do your market research, and then accordingly you are doing your offering. You are creating your offering. It can be goods. It can be services. It can be anything, right? Now, the fifth thing can be competition. Why nobody did it before? You are solving the problem for the first time. Maybe there are instances where you will find that many people have done the market research, but nobody came up with a solution. Nobody implemented those things. So ultimately what happened is the problems remained problems. But maybe somebody is utilizing the research, they want to shape their offering in this way. So what they are doing is they are looking at the marketplace, they are looking at the competition. Okay, it has not been done before. So I know my competition, I know my offering, and then how I am having a competitive advantage looking at the competition. Then your market strategy. You have your market strategy. How you are taking the product to the marketplace. It can be called a roadmap too. Roadmap because it is giving you a direction, how you are taking it to the marketplace, your market strategy. We hear these terms a lot, but when you are actually faced with a real life solution, or maybe you are doing a case study, you should look into all these things. Even if you are studying, even if you are trying to solve a problem on your own, you should ask these questions, and then you should find out how I am going to solve these problems. These are the ways I can look at things. There can be other things as well, but these things will put things into context. They will give you perspectives. They will give you different ways in which you can look at the problem. You can look at the alternatives and find the best alternatives. So many things, This problem solving will help you, because maybe today you are coming up with one product, tomorrow you will be coming up with another product, but the market research is there. So that is never a bad thing. Then obviously you have to think about the numbers. What are the numbers? Many people are only based on that, and this is also very important in business. So your revenue, or you are going for cash flow if you are a small business, but I'm thinking revenue, profit and all these things. So what are the numbers? You're looking at the numbers like a metric. It is giving you an information. You need to work on these areas. You need to scale up. You need to look at the infrastructure and all these things. Then how much do you need? You have, how much do you need? How much do you need? So this is like you are doing a business pitching, how much do you need? So if you have clarity about what you are going to do, what is the company, what is the management, how you are, designing the management, how you are organizing people to do certain jobs, how you are creating your offering, your operations, as well as how customers are having the user experience, people who are using your offering. Then your marketplace, then your competition, then your market strategy, your roadmap, then your numbers, your revenue, cash flow, your profit and all these things. Then how much do you need? Because when you are going for business pitching, or you want to build a business, maybe it's a small business, you require some money, right? You require capital. So how much do you need? You are putting that along with the business plan. You are having your requirement in terms of capital, in terms of money. But why should people trust you with that money? You should have these understanding. Your market strategy, your roadmap, your management, what is the company, how you are going to create your operations, logistics, user experience, your marketplace, competition. So it is like, if you are genuine about your offering, if you are genuine about your business, you will see these are the things you are doing by default. You are already doing it. But maybe you are missing one or two things. So once again you go back to all these things, and then you maybe look at, okay, marketplace, I never looked at the marketplace. I tried to do something else, then I am looking at the marketplace. Okay, competition, maybe I haven't looked through the competition very much, so I am looking at the competition. Market strategy roadmap, okay, maybe I haven't thought of the market strategy or the roadmap for the time being, then you are going to that. Then you are looking from a broader context whether I am covering all these things or not. But generally, for the people for whom I actually do all these things, I understand when they are requiring some money, how much do you need for a business, they are genuine about it. They want to make a business, it can be a small business, because it is like you are also developing your management skills, you are also being very serious about your business, you are trying to create an offering, you are actually solving a problem. So all these things are already there. You are not thinking about that. You have the money, you need the money, you are getting the money, and then you are making it happen. You are doing for, you're offering something that is not there yet, or maybe that is there, you can provide a better solution, and then you are having the revenue, you are doing the marketing, you are doing the value proposition and all that stuff what we have discussed, business model canvas we discussed one day. So you are doing those things also. So this is one thing. And the second thing is customer value proposition. Is it visible? Okay, customer value proposition. The second thing is, this is another thing, this is one way you are asking these questions, and I am giving you another way, and these things are connected, so you will find a huge overlap and you will see these things are related, because same thing you are actually doing in two different ways. So the one thing is customer value proposition, this is CVP, customer value proposition. The second thing is the profit formula. The third thing is your key resources. The fourth thing is your key processes. Right? So your customer value proposition, it means you are providing something better than your competitors. You are creating value for your customers. You are creating value for your customers, and you are better than your competitors offering. So for that, obviously you have already understood that you need to do this analysis, you need to understand marketplace and all these things. Then you are looking at your operations, user experience management, how you are going to give your offering, right? So customer value proposition. If I talk about profit formula, you are delivering your CVP, but along with that you are also having some money. So you are having money, you are doing your customer value proposition, but along with that you are also focusing on money. That is why you are in business. Profit formula, key resources and key processes, these two are actually helping you to deliver the proposition. What is your proposition? You are very clear about your customer value proposition here, CVP, and this is the proposition you are offering or you are giving using your key resources and your key processes. This is another way. Maybe you want to do something really different. Maybe you want to solve a problem that has never been solved before. Maybe you are looking at the problem in a different way, and accordingly you are providing your offering. All these things can be there. Maybe you are looking for different customer segment and you are creating your offering based on that. So now when I am talking about all these things, I hope you have understood the basics of marketing, the basics of finance, the basics of human resources, the basics of productions and operations management. Then We are talking about all these things, and if you haven't understood, you can go back to all these discussions. You can go through any books, you can go through the HBR articles, you can go through other like Stanford Business School and other business school channels. You can go through their lectures, you can go through their the magazines they do give. You can study all these things, and you will see if you look at business from your own perspective, and you want to really solve a problem, these are the things you go through. These are the questions you will ask. These are the things you will look at, right? So you can go through any book, you can do your specialization, you can do anything. Even if you don't do, you understand the concept of all those things. Then ultimately when it is coming to business, you have to implement all those things. You have to make it happen, right? So this is where everything is coming into action. All these things, and you are actually running the business, making profit, giving your or delivering your customer value proposition. So all those things. Sometimes what we do is two kinds of innovation I can talk about. Innovation, if you want to add something, apart from your customer value proposition or your business offering, you want to innovate. Suppose you have a knack for innovation. You can do the innovation in broadly two ways. One thing, you can do the business model innovation itself. The second thing, you can do your offering. Distinctly, you are giving a different kind of offering. It is having a lot of innovation. So all these things you can do. And when we talk about customer value proposition, it is like the customer is finding it important, right? And customer satisfaction we talked about. You are providing something, they are satisfied with the value proposition. That is one thing. And you are providing a better solution, than the existing alternative. So whatever is there in the marketplace, you are providing a better offering. So that is one thing. And you are getting the job done. Now, profit formula, you can look at the revenue model, that is price into volume. You can look at the cost structure, direct cost, indirect cost, your economies of scale, very important thing. When you are doing a big business, what is the difference? One of the most important differences is economy of scale. So economies of scale, direct cost, your indirect cost, your cost of key resources required by the business model, those things, and then your margin model. Your contribution needed from each transaction to achieve the desired profit. So there is a thing called your margin model. Contribution needed from each transaction to achieve your desired profit. Then your resource velocity is there, your fixed assets, other assets, your resource utilization is there. So all these ratios we can talk about, how you are actually utilizing your resources. But these are the broad things I am talking about today. Key resources, it can be your people, it can be technology, it can be products, it can be facilities, it can be channels, it can be equipment, it can be brand. All these things are your key resources, right? You are delivering your value proposition using these key resources. So these are creating value for the customers. This is very important. And the elements are interacting. That is also very important. Your people, technology, your products, facilities, channels, brand, equipment, all these things are interacting. Now, let me come to this way. It is like operations and user experience. Here you are actually focusing on how you are creating your offering. Then management, your people, right? Marketplace. Then here you can look at your marketplace. Here you can look at your channels, market strategy and roadmap. So all these things are connected, right? Your competition, how you are looking at your brand, your market strategy and roadmap. So all these things are connected. So the interaction among the elements, that is also very important. And your key processes broadly, there are two types. One is operational and one is managerial. Again, here I have mentioned the management. Looking at the management, you are giving the money. So managerial and operational. Then you are scaling. So for that you will require your training, development, your budgeting, plannings, sales, service and all these things. And then you have your metrics, you have your rules and policies and all that thing. So this is a basic idea. If you want to build a business, if you want to go for incubation, suppose you have $2,000 at your disposal. In your hand you have $2,000, maybe your pocket money. How you can do something where you can actually use this $2,000 as a capital, and then rupees. If I talk about the Indian context, you have 2,000 rupees and then you are utilizing that money to make some profit, then you are reinvesting. So here I have created a loop. You're earning, you're investing, and then you're saving, you're reinvesting. So these things are there, and you can tweak this as well. How much you are reinvesting, how much you are saving, and all these things. There are ratios. There are ratios that is very useful for you, but you can always do that. Invest, reinvest, reinvest in the right things. You have learned from your previous investments. Now what are you going to do now? So it is like a constant learning process in terms of everything. Here, whatever question you are asking, it is not a one-time thing. Maybe at the beginning you are asking these questions to make your business run, to start your business. But once in a while you can come to these questions as well, right? So suppose after a long time you are thinking your company is not making enough progress. Then you can revisit these questions. What is your company? What is the reason you started this company? What is the management? Do you need a change in management? How you are going to change the management, and why and how you are going to make those changes? Because it is not like you are just doing a management change and you expect things to happen. It is not like that. It has an art, it has a science, it has something specific to do with something. So you are looking at those aspects and you are changing your management to get it done, right? That is one thing. Then your operations and user experience. Suppose you are looking at your operations, your logistics, and you can do the process in a better way. Now we talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, using advanced technology. We can talk about all those things. So you have your management, you have the advanced technology, they are interacting, and how you can utilize your resources in a better way. All those things. Then your marketplace. You're looking at your marketplace, your offering, your competition, market strategy, your numbers, looking at the numbers as a metric, and then how much do you need? That is at the start. Maybe to take another leap, you need some money. Then you are already running the business, then you need some money. Then again you need some money and you will again reinvest in something. It is also giving you an idea of scheduling, budgeting, how you are making your planning, so what you can do is, looking at all these things, you can manage your resources in a better way. You can do the budgeting in a better way. You can do the scheduling in a better way. So that's why we will talk about CPM part one day. So there we will talk about the scientific aspects, the critical path and all these things we will talk about. But before we go to that, you have to understand what is the reason we are doing those analysis. It has to help in your business or your business knowledge. It has to help in a certain way. I have seen people who are solving those problems, but that is not going anywhere. Asking these questions, asking these things, looking at these things, looking at these questions, you will find out those things, whatever you are learning, that has to do certain thing. And this is how you are contributing to the business. And then obviously you're looking at the numbers, you're looking at your margin model, you're looking at your processes, resources, profit formula, your customer value proposition, and you're making it work, right? So the more you understand all these things, the more you can give a better offering. So that is what we have for today. I hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you.